And hello everyone, welcome back to Mountain Blade Napoleonic Wars. I am of course the French Monk, and today we will be looking at another game between the 82nd, and they will be versing the 49th. And this is again another match from the Napoleonic Wars League, the Turkish League, obviously. And so these two regiments will be battling each other to decide which one is of course the better one, and which one will be able to make it through to the next round. And so now we'll be waiting for the admin to change the map to give out teams. And obviously the map changing is going to be a bit of a lottery, one could say. I think this one is actually pretty good. Got some hills over there. It's relatively, well, I wouldn't say flat, but it's, it doesn't have that much of a height difference overall. I'd say this is a pretty good map to have a 1v1 on. Oh my, that face. That is one hell of a face. Mano Pestero. Oh god. Alrighty, and both regiments have agreed, as well as the admin, to keep the map. And that means there'll be a reset pretty soon. And then both regiments will be able to battle it out amongst themselves. And then me and two others will be the glorious spectators. And there we go. I believe this is live. Nope, gotta wait. One more. Reset there. And so we got the 49th under Lieutenant Bunwai Sik. If I mispronounce that name, I'm very sorry. We got Captain Turkdol. Oh, they're lining up. Got the 82nd on the other side. Ooh, 49th actually getting some shots off, making casualties. Inflicting casualties upon the 82nd right there, but they haven't shot yet. While the 49th is actually forced to break most of their reloads. Although they could have been on time, I'm not too sure about that. We got the 82nd lining up right now. Actually good sight on the back end of the line. Doing a reverse column. And now we got these two regiments opposing each other. Look at that. That is insane. Yeah, General Shepherd right here. Actually, before I forget, I'll make sure to turn on the kill feed. Especially for 1v1s. Whoa, Turkdol! Captain of the 49, getting some kills. Ooh, I don't know if that was a team kill or not. We got Cadet Turk Raider right here fighting the man whom I believe killed his officer in a one-on-one. Ooh, gets stabbed. He actually got one to back him up. Who's this? We got Simple Infant. Oh, taken down. Right, Turkdol. We got a 2v1, and there we have it. And the 49th wins that first round. And now let's see, we go to options. Video options. No, it's not here. General options, perhaps. Yes, there we have it. Report casualties done. And so now we'll be able to see who kills whom. Now let's check out the 82nd guys right here. Got Yasata, 82nd Center Royal Fusilier. Guji, Vespici, Dragatil. We got so many guys. Cochero, familiar name. Got Private Rommel. See the 82nd lining up. Not yet engaging the 49th as they are going down that slope over there. And the 82nd will probably take advantage of this elevated point right here, while the 49 is actually constantly reforming. And yes, in these 1v1s it is allowed to have one player more than the opposite team. Obviously, its arrangements are made. So we got these lines actually following each other. Cadet Salim right here. Lieutenant Enzar. Private Sanel. And Yildirim. Oh, they're lining up, actually taking shots on the 49s. Actually not able to hit, but the 49 will pursue them. This is tactically very interesting because you got these lines trying to get the other two in a position where they'll have the upper hand, basically. And so it's a constant game of reforming the line, and then we have it. Oh yes, able to get a shot off. Whoa, massive casualties on the 82nd, as you can see. And now we got these two lines here forming up really close to one another. Got quite some good shots from the 49. Look at that, wiping out the 82nd. I believe one of them might have hit the officer there, yeah. And we got Private Sanel here, along with one of his teammates. He might want to go. Yeah, they're being pushed back. Obviously outnumbered. His friend got a kill. Himself as well. Whoa, that's some pretty good melee right there. Both of them still in the fight. Oh, his friend got backstabbed, and he gets front stabbed. Unfortunately for Sanel, he got stabbed in the face by Billow. And that means the 82nd are behind 2 games. And as we know from, or as we've seen from the last game, we know that it is a best of 10. So whoever makes it first to 5 is already guaranteed of a tie. But then they need that one round more to win, in order to win the entire engagement or the match. So we got General Shepard moving out his men again. Don't think I have recorded the new nation yet on this channel, because obviously there's been some updates. I haven't really went over it because it was during my exam period that those took place. But we got the Ryan Bunt right here, which is a new faction added to the game. Don't they look lovely? This is glorious. Loving those uniforms. And so we got the 49th actually backing off, while they were actually in a position much higher than the 82nd. And the 82nd actually almost close to head glitching right there behind that little bit of a hill. Ooh, but this is a dangerous situation. The 49th actually having the upper hand. Not committing yet. Reversing the line in order to gain much better position, possibly, or throw the 82nd off. Yeah, there you go. Again, reforming. Not yet the proper position. Actually, melee charge perhaps from the 82nd. There we go, melee charge. Obviously, they decided not to go for the shooting, as they were vastly outclassed by the 49th. Look at that. Many kills. Yildirim trying to get a stab on the officer. You gotta watch out though. Nice stab there from Sanel. Taking out the officer, and the 82nd might actually win this engagement. And they do. So that was a good choice right there from the officer to go for the melee charge rather than the shooting at much larger distance, because they lost both of those engagements when it came to the shooting part. It seems we got a change of officer for the 82nd. Captain Timmer leading the 82nd right now. That would probably mean Shepherd or any of the other officers is probably going to be at the back. Yeah, there you go. Shepherd at the back. And again, the 49th actually making good use of the environment right there. Pressing on the 82nd and gaining that good elevation right here, that good slope in their favor. And of course in this game it is the shooting part is a lot more difficult than it's compared to Holdfast, because you'll be able to miss a lot of those shots here from such a distance, while in Holdfast you can actually start training on shooting. Here it is much more random when it comes to the where the bullet will hit. Actually 82nd getting some good shots while they're actually below that hill. We got the 49th not exploiting the hill as best as they can, getting some nasty hits there. We got Apollo and on the 49th. Forever King, Private First Class, Dark Days, Private. Got Bobo right here. Billow, Rossi, and yes, I have to say both lines are doing really fine when it comes to the addressing the gaps, because obviously in these competitive matches you have to address the gaps before you can fire. You can also not fire out of line, in charge, and all of that good stuff. So both regiments are doing really fine when it comes to respecting the rules. Now we got the 82nd, actually they're swapping roles. Ooh, getting some really nice shots off there, the 49th, and ooh, that could have been a fire in charge there, right? By Cochero. Yeah, there we go. Got slayed for that fire in charge. Got Captain Timur surrounded by some of his men in order to envelop the enemy. Got Forever King being kicked and stabbed. Oh, that was a really good stab right there from Bildirim. And he gets the finishing stab. That was quite impressive there, that kick. That was really well done. And that got them to equalize, actually, that win. That was pretty good. And so they are moving out again for the 5th round. Dragatil Cadet, Simple Infant. Got a really good attendance. We got Shepherd somewhere in the front of the line. See if we got some people at the back. Yasata, also a familiar name from the last event. And so there we go, two regiments meet each other again in the center of the battlefield. And this is something you'll see more and more in these 1v1s. Regiments reforming, reversing the column and all of that, moving out, trying not to clump up, because ooh, that will happen. You see 3 people dying roughly around the same place just because of the fact that they were not moving out right away as their officer told them to. Might they get that reload off? No, they can't. They are forced into a melee. Jasata actually getting the first kill right there. Oh, being stabbed by Private First Class Zerg. We got the officer right here. Captain Timur supporting his men. Actually, might go for a stab there for the officer. Will he get the kill? He gets the kill. Nicely done. Oh, they gotta watch that team kill though. Obviously, when you're with a lot more, it doesn't really hurt the morale that much, or the general outcome of the match. Especially if it's a 5 or 6v1, you're bound to get some team kills. before you're able to take down the person. But I have seen in cases where that one person in a 1v5 gets the upper hand because some of the others are just team killing each other. And so now we're back after a side swap. And that is indeed the score. We got the 82nd leading this match with a score of 3-2. Now we got the 49th playing as the Rheinbund. And I love those uniforms. They look so good. Makes me want to play Mountain again. Which hopefully the Swiss will soon enough be able to do so. Gonna get some good shots right there. Below and Tears of Joy. Or Tears of Joy, I should say. 82nd getting some good shots as well, inflicting 4 or 5 casualties. Oh, just before the charge, they got some kills when it comes to the rifle action there. Got Jing Freaks. Oh god, Major of the 49th. Actually in trouble there. He's got a 2v1 in his hands. Got Yildirim. And oh, Yildirim actually taking out the 49th Major. We should really get use of that 2v1 situation right there, along with Sano. Now they gotta reinforce what's left. Oh, taking down Dark Days. He wasn't catching up with the situation right there. Didn't know about the enemies in his back. Now we got 2v1 right here. Yildirim actually getting a lot of kills. And now it's just the officer against 2 members of the 82nd. Oh, the officer gets taken down. And that makes it another win for the 82nd. And they are leading with 4-2 when it comes to rounds. And let's check on the 82nd right here. Aureus, Salim, Recruit Forever, Simple Infant Private, we got Campas, and Jasata again. Sanel, and at the back, Dragatil. Oh, we got some members here as well. We got Shepherd, Lieutenant Ensar, and Private Rommel. And leading them, Timur, for these rounds. And it seems the 49 today are actually going for a shooting at very long range right there. Which in this game it's very hard to do. Ooh, they get some hits there. Don't know who got a hit. Could have been Simple Infant or one of these guys right here. But this is gonna be a shooting at, yeah, very long range. As you can see, some of the bullets, most of the bullets even hitting the hill below the regiment, as is the case over here as well. And this is probably a tactic employed by the 49th for knowing they're the better regiment when it comes to shooting. And obviously the 82nd doesn't want to go out there while being constantly shot at. So they're gonna use this tactic as well to just see if they can get some lucky shots. Because it is quite possible to get a kill from this range, but it's very hard, so you need to be very lucky. I do think some of the members of the 49th are actually shooting up in the air. As you can see, some of those smoke things are pointed upwards. These are not bows you're fighting with, these are generally muskets. The bullet drop is not that significant. Cadet Essos right here, or Essos, so I should pronounce it. It's not Essos like in Game of Thrones. Yeah, as you can see, they're using this slope here, got cover from the terrain in front of them. Getting some good shots off on the 82nd, who are actually advancing, maybe trying to move the 49th from their position, but they're going to continue using that hill and getting shots on the 82nd. There you go. Lost 2 members right there, forever encampers. And they keep on advancing. Having lost 2 members already, they keep on advancing on this position. Well, the 49 is actually now going down their hill. Oh no, going back up again. Constantly reforming that line. There's got to be so much discipline behind that in order to make it work efficiently enough for your members not to mess up the line and all of that. Gotta have enough spacing between members as well to not bump into each other. There we go, getting some good shots right there. Actually getting 2 kills. It might have been only 2 shots from the 82nd, but they got 2 kills nonetheless. That's 100% efficiency. While 2 regiments meet each other right now on that hill, exchanging shots right there. The officer firing with the pistol as well. And we got the 82nd charging the 49th, having come out on top of that engagement. So the 82nd is trying to equalize it in terms of when it comes to like melee, but they're not doing really well. They're not paying to their surroundings, and they get backstabbed, most of them. You know, we have a short reset right there, asked by commanding officer of the 82nd, General Shepard. Oh, look at that. All of them spawning in and just following their officer straight away without hesitance. Trying to move out as quickly as possible in order to possibly gain on those on that line from the 82nd. They're trying to get as quick as possible to those elevated positions right there. It seems like they got beaten to it by the 82nd. Obviously they might have been spawning in closer. But nonetheless, this is what you want to do in a 1v1. You want to try to spawn as quick as possible, want to move out as quick as possible, because at a certain point the enemy knows where you're going to spawn in and which tactics you are more or less using, so you want to keep it up nice and fast with your movements, trying to surprise the enemy at all times. One of the perfect ways of winning in a 1v1 is trying to ambush your opponent when they don't realize that you are actually behind them or on their flank, because they haven't seen you. But that is almost never the case, as the officer is very observative, or some of their members are very observative, trying to look around for the enemy. But if it works, I mean, you'll have a very good advantage on your opponent right there. 82nd just waiting for the 49th to make their move before moving out themselves. Or actually, they might not move at all. They have a really good position right here. All the 49th has got to do is get away from there, or maybe use that slope on the left. If you look to the left, you get that slope right there. Oh, look at that! All the bullets. Obviously, there is going to be a rule such as camping as well in these matches, forcing the regiments to move out constantly or not to stay too long on one position. So if the 82nd isn't gone from that hill when the timer hits 57, then they're going to be in some trouble. But it seems like they're moving out already. And now we got the 49 going up this hill right here. Actually, they might get for this one, as they'll be the ones to arrive much quicker than the 82nd. And we might see our first engagement of this round on this hill right here. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Lining up, taking shots, getting some hits. Fia with a nice hit on Simple Infant, as well as Crozy with a hit on Vespishi. And now we get the 82nd moving in close. We got Shepard leading again. Whoa, getting some casualties right there. Getting a lot of casualties. Not hitting anyone yet. Now they do. They hit Array Bay, cadet of the 49th. But they're not coming out on top when it comes to the shooting part. They're actually losing a lot of them, their soldiers, when charging in right there. Fia could have been slayed by firing in the charge. There you go. You got Dark Days moving up against Shepard, stabbing Shepard in the belly. Taking out their commanding officer right there. You got Sanel getting himself in a 1v3. He got poked. Ooh, whoa, nice stab right there. Although he got hit by his teammate, Apollo. Nice stab again from Sanel. Taking out 3 members of the 49th and actually changing the outcome of this battle possibly by entering in 2v1, and they actually changed that outcome right there. After having been outnumbered by the 49th, they actually, yeah, they reversed the situation, making it positive for them, coming out on top there. And now the score is 5-3 in favor of the 82nd. And so they need only one more round to win in order to win this entire engagement. And so all the pressure is, of course, with the 49th. So what is their commanding officer going to do about this? Will they continue their strategy of shooting, or will they try something more daring? Seems like the 82nd is actually pushing up the 49th, maybe forcing even that charge. Oh, some of the 49th shooting out of line right there. It's probably gonna get slayed for that. Wow, we got so many up close and personal. Got Crozy right here, fighting against Rommel. Rommel getting a stab off, actually getting chambered right there, and getting the kill nonetheless. It seems to me that the 82nd is actually winning that melee engagement. Only 2 of the 49 left, this could be it. We got Sems right here, trying to defend the honor of his regiment, and unfortunately he got stabbed by none other than Private Rommel. And that means the score should be in favor of the 82nd. There we go, yeah, indeed there was some rule breaking in this round. But the score in the end is 6-3 for the 82nd. And this is to be the last round of this engagement, meaning that obviously the 82nd have won, but we're gonna see them play against each other one more time. Getting some nice shots right there, 82nd, and charging the 49th. While the admin is explaining why he couldn't slay one of those people, because they were faster than the cursor. And we got this melee right here. Oh, good melee from the 82nd, actually increasing that morale. This should feel really good for their regiment, having won those 2 rounds over here in such a fast pace. There we go. 82nd win this engagement and they win the match. So the overall score is 73. And obviously GG, well played to all of the players that have attended this event. I want to thank General Shepherd of the 82nd for inviting me to this game in order to record it for them, and of course thank you to all the members for having joined this event, for making this possible. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. We got the banhammer incoming. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care everyone.